I'm not going to vote for the ANC.
It was the 16th of December last year when former ANC President Jacob Zuma came out to campaign against the party that had been his political home for decades. A move that proved to be costly for the ANC, begging the question, will it ever recover? The ANC has been at the helm of government in South Africa for 3 decades now, where the new leadership assented to take the party forward. The results left a bitter taste in Zuma's mouth, who had backed the losing team. Jacob Zuma, affectionately known as Msholozi, was born in 1942 and grew in Nkandla, KwaZulu-Natal. A liberation struggle stalwart, he also had his fair share of the brutal apartheid regime's tactics when he was arrested and spent 10 years on Robben Island. That was where he would learn and sharpen his political acumen to join and play his part in the fight for the democratic South Africa. Zuma's credentials within the ANC are unmatched. He has held more than one position in the top 6 of the party. In 1991, Zuma was the party's Deputy General Secretary. He later became its national chairperson, then Deputy President before becoming the party's president in 2007. However, his journey in South African politics has not been without drama. Zuma's troubles began when the NPA announced its intention to institute formal corruption charges against him in 2005. He would later face another legal challenge when he was accused of rape. Despite this, his popularity increased, leading to the Polokwane Conference in 2007, where he took over from Thabo Mbeki. But his tenure came with its own difficulties, leading to some coining Zuma's 2 terms as 10 wasted years. Amongst the challenges he faced was the controversial upgrade to his Nkandla homestead, which cost the country an arm and a leg. Later, state capture took center stage, with Zuma ordered to appear before the Zondo Commission. This didn't sit well with him, and he asked the chairperson of the inquiry, the then Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, to recuse himself. Zuma was sentenced to 15 months in prison for contempt of court by the Constitutional Court for failing to appear before the commission. Zuma, just like his predecessor, had also failed to finish his second term as the president. He has never hid his dissatisfaction about being forced to step down before his term was done. Rubbing salt in the wounds of the party that had been struggling to get rid of factionalism in its ranks, Zuma revealed early this year that he was the mastermind behind the formation of MK Party, a party that has arguably cost the ANC its majority and is now the 3rd largest party in the National Assembly. Political analyst Professor Ntsikelelo Breakfast says the decision to expel Zuma from the ANC was a long time coming.
There was no other way out than to expel him, in my view. But Msholozi's end game is to frame a narrative that he did not walk out of the ANC by himself, that the ANC has expelled him, and that feeds into his narrative that is being victimized, or the current leadership of Ramaphosa is intolerant of divergent opinions.
Zuma has 21 days to appeal the expulsion, and Breakfast believes he will use it to prove a point.
He wants to project himself, as I indicated to you earlier on, as a victim, so that when the question arises later on as to why did you leave the ANC, then he will say, no, I never left the ANC by myself. I was kicked out of the ANC. Because the question will arise as to, but you held the position of presidency. How can you leave the ANC? You have been telling people that they must never leave the ANC, but you left the ANC. So his response would be, no, but I mean, they have been victimized.
Meanwhile, MK Party says it was disappointed that Zuma had to find out about his fate through the media